Hello everyone, Paul Hatfield, your residential real estate broker with M Real Estate, specializing in Montreal's West Island. And today's video is to make a recap for the 2017 real estate market here in Montreal, and as well looking forward for 2018. What can we expect? So 2017, what we saw was a real seller's market. So what does a seller's market mean? Basically, what it means is that sellers were controlling the marketplace, or were controlling pricing. They were maybe asking too much for their properties in the eyes of the buyer, but getting the price nonetheless because there was really no inventory. So buyers were kind of tripping over each other, putting in offers, sometimes above asking price, to make sure that they were able to secure that property. So that's what 2017 was looking like. It was a real busy year. So what does 2018 look like based on that marketplace? Well, the federal government, they've changed the mortgage rules. They changed them back in October. They changed them again in January. I'm sure you've read the news on that, so I won't bore you on the details. But the idea behind it really was just to kind of slow down the real estate market nationally. You know, we know that Toronto and Vancouver have been crazy real estate markets, a bit ridiculous, and the cure to slow down those markets have been applied as a federal law. So everybody gets a feel for it. Everybody ends up feeling it in the end. So what we're seeing here is an attempt to really kind of slow down what might start to become an overheated market. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Long term, you really want your real estate growth to be slow and steady. You don't like to see huge spikes year over year. Obviously, if you're selling, of course you want to see those spikes, but as a healthy real estate market should have slow and steady progress and in value, and that's what these new mortgage rules are going to try and do. So what are we seeing short term? I'm seeing first-time home buyers having a bit of difficulty getting into that first home. What is already perhaps considered a high price is made even harder to achieve now that your ability to borrow has been minimized by the banks and by the lending institutions. So what does that mean? Well, first-time buyers are either changing their expectations of what they can get. So maybe that first-time starter home is too expensive, so they have to get a condo or they continue renting. We're kind of seeing that short term. So does that mean sellers are going to reduce their price to attract that first-time home buyer? Probably not. Does that mean that sellers will get large increases year over year? Probably not either, just because they have to keep pace with what buyers can afford at the end of the day. So that's kind of what we're seeing on the entry level. On the higher levels, short term, we're not really seeing much of a difference, really. There's no slowdown in the marketplace. When you can afford $500,000 to $1 million in real estate, small changes in your lending doesn't really kind of change what you can do, because most of the time you're cash heavy, you have good credit, et cetera, et cetera. So these changes aren't as immediate. So we're really seeing it kind of on the lower scale, the first-time home buyer trying to get into the marketplace. So that's really where the big change is. Considering that buyer can't get into the marketplace, it does have a trickle-up effect in the sense that because they're not buying, while you're not selling, because you're not selling, the guy that you want to buy the larger house from, well, he can't sell either. So everything really kind of stalls. So what we're going to see, my opinion, is kind of like maybe a leveling out in pricing, not these sharp increases that we've been seeing year over year. Unfortunately, that is a healthy thing long term. So that's what we're seeing. There's been a lot of foreign buyers as well coming into the Montreal market, fueling the marketplace. There's no talk of foreign buyer tax yet. It's been said aloud by the Montreal's government, ultimately saying that we're not going to do it yet, but let's not close that door. Obviously, tax revenue is always interesting, so that may happen as well. So that's 2017 overall, a very heavy seller's market, not a lot of inventory, and buyers bringing up the pricing. 2018, what we're seeing is a rule change in mortgages and the government's attempt to slow down the marketplace and slow down a hot market. So checks and balance, that's how it goes. For 2017, I wanted to thank my clients for all the great referrals that they were able to send my way in 2017. They really helped my business grow. 2017 was a great year for me in real estate, and 2018 looks like it's going to be going in the same direction. A great year as well. A lot of referrals from clients. Already the phone's ringing asking me to help them buy and sell property, so that's really appreciated. Also in the around Christmas time, I was able to get a bunch of U2 tickets that I was able to give to clients that were very generous to me. So of course I love to reciprocate, and I have a bunch of clients going to U2 concert this June, so really looking forward to that. And we also had my Family Day in April and my Pumpkin Day in October, which I'll be doing again this April and October. The Family Day, of course, is the petting zoo and face painting for the kids, a free event for friends and community, and the pumpkin giveaway in October. I had a Tour de Pony, the pony rides for the kids, and again face painting, and 300 plus pumpkins that I was able to give away for that day in October, which was a lot of fun. So there's going to be some marketing going out for that as well, so you'll be sure to hear about it. If you don't get a personal invite from me, you're invited nonetheless. I'd love to meet everybody and their friends, so feel free to come. It's a fun free day that I like to share. So that's 2017 in review. 2018 moving forward. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a message. I'll be happy to answer, and looking forward to another great year, 2018 in real estate. Thank you.